cheering him
Amen.
up. Amen. I'm hoping to get us back on live here in just a few moments. We're having an issue with my phone. That's one of the reasons I'm missing Pastor Michael this morning, because technology is not my thing.
I got it.
You got it? Awesome. So this morning I'm going to tell you a quick story about 2 teardrops. You know, the kinds that we shed from our eyes when we experience emotions, like anger, sadness, hurt. Sometimes they even come from joy, right? We're overwhelmed with joy and we just cry out. But these 2 teardrops, teardrop A and teardrop B, were traveling downstream. Teardrop A says to teardrop B, "Who are you?" Teardrop B says, "I am the tear from a woman who sought after a man that I shouldn't have had. I shouldn't have chased after him." Teardrop A says, "Well, I am the tear from a woman who chased after a man who attained him and shouldn't have." We always want what we can't have, right? We want what we can't have, what we shouldn't have, what we didn't earn, what isn't ours to take, because for us, the grass is always greener on the other side, right? And our society breeds that kind of discontent in us. We have such a high divorce rate because it's so easy to trade in one model for the other. But you know what we soon find out? The problem is really within us, because those problems follow us.
Amen.
We have broke as a joke bank accounts.
You gotta get that.
Because we're chasing something that will make us feel good. We don't even have relationships like we used to, do we, in our communities? And I know the villages is an anomaly, okay? I know that we live in villages, you know, that we know our neighbors, but in reality, not that villages isn't reality, but in reality, we don't sit and think, "I don't have any sugar today, so I'm going to go to Susie's house and go borrow sugar," and then sit down for an hour and have coffee with Susie, getting to know her. We're not even content with who we are in Jesus Christ. Constantly moving from one thing to the next. Trying something else. You see, we take this chasing our dreams to the extreme. We're supposed to chase what we want, but not at the extent of trying to take something that isn't ours or who we are not. It breeds discontent. And this morning, I came to remind us all, because see, this is just a reminder, we know this. We have a choice. We have a choice in whether we want to be complacent, content, or discontent. Which tent will we choose? Grab your Bibles, we're going to need them this morning. Let's go to the Word in prayer. Gracious Heavenly Father, we ask you right now to just come into this room, fill us with your Holy Spirit. Allow the words that are spoken this morning to not just be the words that are spoken here physically, but be the words that are spoken to our spirit.
Amen.
Allow us to come alive with your word. Meet us right where we're at this morning. And it's in your mighty name we pray. Amen. So our word this morning, our scripture this morning, comes from a man. Get this. A man who is in prison.
Yes.
Who is in a cell. Who is being falsely accused of things that he didn't do. Facing execution. And he's talking to us about being content. Have you ever been in prison? And I don't mean a physical location, but have you ever been in prison? Maybe some of us this morning are sitting in our own prison. So he's falsely accused. He's sitting in a prison. Nonetheless, wait, he's also writing a thank you note. Can you believe it? Oh, come on. You got to be shocked at that. He's sitting in prison. He's writing a thank you note to the Philippians who have given him these contributions over the years. And he's thanking them for partnering with him on this mission. He's content. You know, contentment for us is a hard pursuit, right? Constantly chasing whatever it is that will make us content. We call it happiness, right? We call it joy. When it does come our way, we want to thank God for it and say, God, thank you for the abundance that you have given us. And I'm here to tell you this morning, not everything that we attain is from God. Amen?
Amen.
There are times we attain stuff and it's just simply because that's what we were chasing after. That's where our power was. That's where we put our faith. That's where we put all of our might, was in chasing that one thing. And so we attain it. Much later, kind of like that teardrop, we wish we hadn't. And so we're on this pursuit. And see, Paul begins to tell us this morning about how this contentment gave him a different kind of vision. The vision of having all that he needed. See, they contributed, the Philippians contributed to his mission. But that's not what made him content. We get the word this morning. Starting in verse 12. I know what it is to have little. And I know what it is to have plenty. In any and all circumstances, see that any and all circumstances, I have learned the secret of being well fed and going hungry, of having plenty and of being in need. I can do all things through him who strengthens me. And that's a mic drop moment. You see, what Paul's really talking about there is the thing that controls him. See, he's writing this thing, he doesn't want the Philippians to get the wrong idea that their contribution made him anything more than what he was before that contribution. He was content. Paul, nonetheless, he went through emotions. Don't think that he went numb while he was in prison. He experienced things like happiness and joy, and he experienced things like pain and frustration, but he didn't allow them to control him. You see, his body was in prison, but his soul was free. Woo! Preach. Amen. And that's exactly where the buck stops there. We have to make the choice. When we allow the circumstances of our lives to continue to hold us, to bind us, to keep us right where we're at, nonetheless becoming complacent with not being content or discontent. The same stuff. And the things of the world will allow us to do that. Adam Hamilton calls this a restless heart syndrome. And one of the symptoms of having this restless heart syndrome is discontent. I told this story on Wednesday night. Have you ever been really thirsty? I mean, really thirsty. Working out in the yard. You're toiling away in the garden. Maybe you're cleaning out your garage like I have been doing. And you're thirsty. And the first thing that you have to grab is something sugary and sweet. Oh, but you drink that whole thing down, right? We're going to say it was soda. You drink it down and it quenches that thirst, and oh my goodness, you feel like $100 and you can move on and you can continue that garage. But you know what? In just a little bit, you're going to be thirsty again. That sugary, puffed up stuff is only going to last for so long. You're going to need the real living water. We all need the real living water to quench our thirst, but we are so busy chasing the things out there in that world. We forget to stop at the well, right? We forget to meet Jesus right where he is. See, we're so busy expecting Jesus to come and meet us that we forget to go and meet him. And it's right there. It's right where we meet him. It's right where the woulda, shoulda, couldn'ts, the decisions, it's right there where all the stuff, all those electronics that we have accumulated, it's right there where our broke bank account, it's right there where those relationships that have been broken and mended and broken and mended, it's right there where Jesus wipes it all away. It's right there where we're washed, completely clean, and we no longer have to live with that discontent. We no longer have to face this world as a place where, man, we're trying to attain something and we're trying to move and we look at Facebook and we just see the many things that people post, we don't get a glimpse of real life, do we? We see the successes and we see the things that people have attained, and look at my new car, and look at what I've done over here, and look at my new job, and those are all great things that we want to celebrate. But let us not forget that that was not reality. We all face things. But it's where is our content? Where does that contentment in our heart come from? And you see, this is what Paul was getting at in these scriptures. It's that Sunday school lesson. It's that we learn this. We know that all that we have comes from Jesus, but here's where I even fall short sometimes. I put lip service to it. Oh, Jesus, you are my source of everything. But then I walk out. We walk out into the real world. We walk out into the place where we are called to be in mission, like the Philippians were with Paul, and we forget who to call on to go with us. It's in that time we have a choice to make. What tent will we build? See, the battle has already been won. Amen? Amen. Come on, I need a stronger amen. The battle has already been won. Victory has already been proclaimed. Amen. Amen. So why are we worried about the things that we have? Why are we worried about the clothes that we wear? Why are we worried about the houses that we have and the cars that we drive and all of these things? You know, go pass out some blessing bags downtown in Ocala and see how many happy people there are that are experiencing homelessness because they don't have the worries like the TV's broke like we do. Woo. Our world falls apart when things like that happen, right? When we're in our prison, when the wolf is banging at the door and the bills are due, and we have all of these things that are piling up, we panic. But you see, Jesus, he didn't take anything on the journey, did he? And yet he had all that he needed because God provided. And so there are some things that we can do, because I know that that's easier said than done. Isn't it? It's easier said than done to just rely completely on Jesus Christ. That's the honest truth. What happens when the boyfriend breaks up with us? What happens when the girlfriend breaks up with us? What happens when our marriage is on the rocks? Or, what happens when our children don't want to behave? Okay. Step one. We realize number one, it could be worse. Because all we have to do is turn on the TV set, right? To find out it could be worse. All we have to do is listen to our neighbor about their trials and their tribulations. It could be worse. You know, that lack of having that relationship with our neighbors and our community, we find out it could be worse. Talk to the people that are sitting at your table. Have you had conversations with them this morning? Talk to them about their lives. Our lives could be worse. But it's in the midst of our situations that if we just give a little bit of gratitude. See, just a little bit of gratitude. Being thankful for not just what we have, not just the things that we have attained. God, this is a blessing. Thank you for this new car. God, thank you for this new house. Thank you that my child behaved this morning and got up for church. Thank you, my baby. But it's real gratitude, see? Because it's not just the little things that God has given us, but it's our life. It's the whole picture. It's what we are. It's who we are. It's the gratitude for the overall. See, our world can be crashing down around us, and we're still on our knees. Thank you, God. My son wrecked his car a couple of weeks ago. I was still thanking God. We're called to be a people with a grateful heart. We're also called to serve. You know, it's really easy to find that gratitude when you're serving someone who is the least of these, right? When there's someone else who is just a little bit worse off than what you who are, don't tell my English teacher I'm using that word, by the way. Used to get in trouble for it. When we're serving, we're meeting the needs of other people, and somehow we tend to forget about everything that we think we're missing in our lives.
Right.
See, it's all connected. Serving leads to gratitude. And for me, serving reminds me of where I've been and how quick I can go back there. It begins to not just talk about my experience, strength, and hope. You see, I can give my testimony, but the person who really needs to be reminded about my testimony is me.
Yes.
I need to know. I need to remember. I need to have gratitude. See, it's easy for you to cry over my testimony. It's easy for you, and we should share that. I'm not minimizing that. But it's easy to shed tears for someone else, but what about shedding tears for the person that we used to be and being grateful that we are not that person anymore?
Amen.
See, I started this out with we are in here, and there's a whole lot of people out there. And it's easy for us to find contentment, to build a tent of being content while we are encased in this little place. But this morning, what I challenge you to do, I challenge myself to do, is to walk out into that community. Walk out there knowing that your situation could be worse. Walk out there having a grateful heart. Walk out there and serve and find contentment with who Christ has created you to be, which is his hands and feet. That's what it's all about. See, we can stand up here Sunday after Sunday after Sunday and we can preach a message. And I can go to any scripture in our Bible and we can preach a message. But the true message is that contentment is only found in what Christ has called us to. Not what he's even given us, but what he's called us to. Each and every Sunday, we have an amazing opportunity to gather together here at this table, to start over, to find contentment right here at this table. There are enough chairs. I know this table is just this big, but there are enough chairs here for everyone to pull up and to start over. There is grace and mercy at this table. The Lord be with you. Lift up your hearts. Let us give our thanks to the Lord our God.
Right. Give us thanks and praise.